everyone. Welcome back to Mr. Speak Easy English Podcast, your cozy place to learn English through real conversations. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mike. Sarah, can I ask you something?
Of course, although I have a feeling this question might make me nervous.
Maybe. Here's the question. If I asked you, tell me about yourself, what would you actually say?
Honestly, I'd probably freeze completely.
Really?
Absolutely. My mind goes totally blank. I suddenly forget every single thing about myself.
I think that happens to almost everyone. It's strange. I know exactly who I am, but the second someone asks that question, I don't know where to start.
Exactly. And today we're talking about one of the most common English conversation questions. Not because it's difficult, but because we often overthink it.
Especially when we're speaking in a second language.
Right. Maybe you're introducing yourself at work, meeting new people, or in a job interview. At some point, someone will ask, "Tell me about yourself." And today's episode isn't about memorizing the perfect answer. No, it's about learning to share your story naturally and confidently. This is a B1 level episode, so if you're intermediate, it's perfect for you. If this episode helps you, please like the video and subscribe to Mr. Speak Easy English. So, Mike, why do you think this question feels so hard for people?
Because I always want to give the perfect answer.
Exactly. And that's actually the problem.
Really?
Yes. Most people aren't asking for a perfect answer. They're simply asking, who are you?
I never thought about it that way.
Imagine you meet someone new at a coffee shop. Do you expect them to tell you their entire life story?
Of course not. That would take all afternoon.
Exactly. People just want a simple, natural introduction. Not a speech, not a performance, just a conversation.
So maybe I've just been trying too hard to impress people.
Exactly. Instead of asking, how can I sound impressive? Ask, how can I be genuine?
I like that. Being genuine feels so much easier. You know, whenever someone asks me that question, I immediately think they're judging me somehow.
I understand. But most people really aren't judging you. They're simply trying to get to know you.
That's true. They're probably just looking for a conversation.
Exactly. Sometimes we turn a simple question into a difficult test, when really it's just an invitation to connect.
Sarah, what actually makes a good introduction?
I think it's simple. Tell people who you are, what you enjoy, and what you're interested in right now.
So I don't need to list all my achievements.
Not at all. People remember interesting stories, not long lists.
That actually takes away a lot of pressure.
Can I give you an example?
Please do.
Imagine someone says, "My name's Sarah. I'm a nurse." That's fine. But now listen to this. "Hi, I'm Sarah. I love helping people feel better. And lately, I've been exploring new ways to make my patients more comfortable." Which one feels warmer?
Definitely the second one. It tells me something about who you really are, not just what you do.
Exactly. People connect with people, not job titles.
You know, I think I've been hiding behind very short answers.
Like what?
My name's Mike. I'm from England. I like sports. And then silence.
There's nothing wrong with those answers, but you can bring them to life a little.
How exactly?
Instead of saying, "I like sports," say, "I've always loved sports, especially playing football on weekends with my friends." Now you've given the other person something to actually respond to.
That's true. It's easier to continue the conversation that way.
Exactly. The best introductions don't end the conversation. They begin it.
I love that. A good introduction isn't about sounding perfect. It's about opening the door to a real conversation.
Beautifully said. And there's one more important thing I want to mention.
What's that?
Your story doesn't have to be extraordinary to be interesting.
I think that's something everyone genuinely needs to hear.
Don't people generally like exciting stories?
Of course. But Here's the truth. Most conversations aren't about impressing people. They're about connecting with people.
There's a real difference, isn't there?
A big difference. People might admire an impressive story, but they remember a genuine person.
Can you give me an example?
Imagine someone says, "I'm a lawyer. I graduated from a famous university. I've won many cases." That's impressive.
It is.
Now imagine someone else says, "I'm a lawyer. I became one because I wanted to help people who couldn't afford good representation. The best part of my job is seeing my clients finally get justice."
I actually feel much more connected to the second person.
Exactly. The facts are important, but the reason behind them is what people actually remember.
You know, sometimes I think my life just isn't interesting enough.
Why do you think that?
Because I don't have an exciting job. I haven't traveled to 50 countries. I haven't climbed a mountain.
Neither have I.
Really?
Really. And that's completely okay. A meaningful life doesn't have to be an extraordinary one. Tell me, Sarah, what do you enjoy doing after work?
I like cooking, going for walks, listening to podcasts, and learning new things.
See? That's already interesting, because those hobbies tell me something real about who you are.
I never thought of it that way.
Let's imagine someone asks, "Tell me about yourself." You could say, "My name's Sarah. I enjoy learning new skills, especially languages. Lately, I've been trying to improve my English, and I love conversations that help me grow as a person."
That sounds so much more natural than a memorized answer.
I think many English learners memorize perfect introductions.
They do. And then someone asks a slightly different question, and suddenly everything disappears.
Exactly. The whole script is gone.
Instead of memorizing sentences, remember ideas instead. Who are you? What do you enjoy? What are you curious about? Those questions are much easier to answer naturally.
You know, I've noticed something interesting. When I stop trying to sound perfect, I actually speak better English.
That's because you're focusing on communication, not perfection.
And that's honestly a lot less stressful.
Exactly. The real goal of language is connection, not perfection.
Sarah, there's still one thing I worry about.
What's that?
What if I forget words while introducing myself?
Then you pause, smile, and keep going. Native speakers forget words too. Nobody expects you to speak perfectly. They just want to understand you.
That's genuinely reassuring.
Mike, can I ask you one final question?
Always.
If someone asked you the same question 5 years ago, would your answer be the same?
No, not at all. I've changed so much since then.
Exactly. Your introduction changes because you change. You're learning, growing, meeting new people. Your story is always being written.
I really love that. It means I don't have to find the perfect answer. I just need an honest one.
Beautifully said.
So maybe next time someone asks me, "Tell me about yourself," I won't panic. I'll simply share where I am right now.
Exactly. That's enough. More than enough.
I think I've learned the biggest lesson today.
What's that?
People don't expect a perfect introduction. They simply want to meet the real person behind the words.
And that's exactly what makes a conversation meaningful. Now, let's slow down and go through today's useful vocabulary together. Our first word is articulate. If someone is articulate, they express their thoughts clearly and effectively. For example, she's very articulate. She explains complex ideas in a simple way.
Next word, genuine. Meaning real, honest, and sincere. Not pretending to be someone else.
For example, people liked him because he was genuine and kind.
Next, narrative. Simply meaning a story. The way you tell your experiences and your journey.
For example, her narrative about moving to another country was truly inspiring.
Next word, authenticity.
The quality of being real and true to yourself.
For example, people appreciate authenticity more than perfection.
And our final word, confidence. Which doesn't mean never feeling nervous, but trusting yourself enough to keep going anyway.
For example, she spoke with confidence, even though she was still learning English.
So today's words were articulate, genuine, narrative, authenticity, and confidence.
Those 5 words will help you describe yourself more naturally and confidently.
Before we finish, remember this. The next time someone asks, "Tell me about yourself," don't think, "I have to impress them."
Instead, think, I'll simply share my story.
Your story doesn't have to be extraordinary. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be yours.
The people who truly matter won't remember whether your English was perfect. They'll remember how you made them feel.
So speak with honesty, speak with curiosity, and don't be afraid to let people see the real you.
If this episode helped you, please like the video and subscribe to Mr. Speak Easy English.
This is Mike.
And this is Sarah, and you've been listening to Mr. Speak Easy English. Keep learning, keep growing, and never be afraid to share your story with the world. Bye for now.